Hello everybody, welcome to Deluxe Collectibles, and today we're going to be going over some Funko news surrounding the upcoming Star Wars Celebration Pops. There were 6 of them that were revealed, so we're going to go over each of them, and I'll let you know the shared retailers for each Pop and how you'll be able to pick them up. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Alright, so the first Pop that we have here to go over is Starkiller, and this one is going to be shared with FYE in the US and then with Sunrise Records in Canada, and this is a really unique looking figure, I would say. Definitely a cool take on this sort of concept for Luke Skywalker, and it's definitely interesting that Funko's going into these figures because I'm sure some people who might not be as familiar with the Star Wars franchise haven't even seen these concept designs, so it's cool that Funko's helping with bringing them into sort of the mainstream market. I think that's really good to get some exposure for these really cool concept art designs, and I think this one's definitely a really cool looking one. Next up here, we've got Chewbacca, and this one's going to be shared with the Funko Shop in the US and then Toys R Us in Canada, and this is a really fantastic looking figure as well. Definitely a massive departure from the Chewbacca design that we have now. It looks very odd looking, honestly, in comparison to the Chewbacca that we've received now. I think that I definitely prefer the new design that we got, and this one does look cool. Like, I think it would work as another Star Wars creature. I mean, who knows? I don't know every Star Wars creatures, so they might have wound up using this scrap design for like a side character or a creature in the background, so that would be interesting to know, but definitely a cool design on its own that looks really unique. Alright, so the next Pop that we have here is Boba Fett, and this one's going to be shared with the Funko Shop in the US and then Hot Topic over here in Canada, and this is a really fantastic looking design, definitely very unique looking in comparison to the Boba Fett that we wound up getting, and especially color scheme wise. Very simplistic design here with just the white paint job, primarily white with the single like red little highlight in the middle there, and I think that it's definitely a unique sort of look, especially like around where the mouth would be. Also, it looks very different for sure, kind of like an apparatus that the character sort of has, so it's definitely a unique take for this character's design, so I'm really glad that we're getting it in Pop form because it is so different from the Boba Fett that we wound up getting, but overall still a really cool concept design. Now we've got Darth Vader right here, and this one's going to be exclusive to GameStop in the US and then EB Games over here in Canada, and this one is a really cool design, probably my favorite one out of all of these Star Wars Celebration Pops, because Darth Vader is one of my favorite designed characters within Star Wars and just characters in general, and this looks really cool. It's probably the one that's the least of a departure from the design they wound up with in the final product, so I would say this one's definitely the most unchanged looking one, but I think that's okay because it's kind of like an alternate cool looking version of Darth Vader, and I really do like that quite a bit. Definitely, I would say the mask kind of around where the mouth would be looks a little bit different, I would say, or on the cheekbones more so, and then the outfit as well looks a little bit different also, so it's definitely a cool looking one nonetheless, and really interesting that he's holding a blue lightsaber as well. I wanted to mention that because, of course, Darth Vader wound up going with a red lightsaber, so I'm interested in kind of what the idea was behind giving him a blue lightsaber and then why they wound up changing it, but nonetheless a great looking figure. Now we've got one that isn't necessarily a concept art pop here, but this one is just a Stormtrooper, but it will be a 10-inch version, and this will be exclusive to Target in the US and then Toys R Us in Canada, and this one looks really fantastic. I would say this is a pretty cool 10-inch pop idea, because of course Stormtrooper is very recognizable from Star Wars, and I think they made a really nice sculpt here. I think it looks really fantastic around the helmet, the pose as well, even though it's a little bit not as dynamic as it could be. I think that it still looks great with them holding the blaster there in their hands, and it's just a really nice sleek looking design, so I'm definitely glad that we're getting this one in a 10-inch version. Now the final Pop that we have here revealed from Star Wars Celebration. This one's going to be shared with Amazon in both the US and Canada, and this one is a lesson in the Force movie moment here, and of course involving Yoda here lifting up Luke's X-Wing, and I think that that is a really great looking moment there, definitely capturing a really cool moment from the film, and overall it just looks really amazing, the amount of detail that they were able to pack in here, and I love how they're using the water there to give the illusion illusion of lifting up the X-Wing for Yoda while using the Force there. So I think that's just a really unique design technique that they're using there. So overall, a really fantastic looking movie moment. Alright, that concludes my Funko News video on the Star Wars Celebration Pops. Be sure to let me know in the comments section down below what Pops you plan on picking up, and which of the concept designs did you already know about, and which ones were like new to you that you hadn't seen previously, because I'm really curious to hear how many people knew about these Pops. I'm sure like die-hard Star Wars fans would have known about these, because I even knew about these before I was looking at these Pops, and I'm not even like a super die-hard Star Wars fan. But I'm curious to hear how many of you knew about these, and just let me know which ones are your favorites, which ones do you plan on picking up, and thanks so much for checking out this video. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like, and also subscribe for future content. I would really appreciate the support, so thank you so much. I'll see you all next time, and always remember, keep on collecting.